Guys, welcome to Mr. Investor Real Estate Dojo. Okay? Today, what we're going to talk about is what to do whenever you're on the phone with the seller. What should you ask? A lot of my mentor students ask me, hey, do you have a script? I don't know what to say when I'm on the phone with the seller. So I went and basically made a script through all the trial and errors that I've gone through and basically handed that to you guys. Now I passed the ball to you. Now it's time for you guys to go and make a touchdown, okay? So let's go ahead and just dive into it. All right, what the script is about. Now, I don't want to say it's a script. I just want to say it's a questionnaire form because, I don't want the conversation to be question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, okay? It's very crucial that it's not like that because there's no rapport building. And the whole goal here is for you to build rapport with the seller. And to do that, you need to really connect with them and position yourself as someone that does care. And you should really care, guys, because in this business, we're solving people's problems. And you really have to care to solve a problem. I mean, a problem is not easy to solve, okay? A problem is a problem. That's why it's called a problem. And when I say problem, people think it's easy. No, it's not easy, guys. It's extremely hard. That's why there's not that many problem solvers in life, okay? Sounds easy. All right, but it's extremely hard. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to do it. You guys are gonna be able to do it, but don't go into it thinking it's easy. Okay, because it's not. But you can do it. I have faith in you that you will do it. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm gonna hold your hand, and we're gonna make it happen. Okay, so in my other videos, I explained to you guys how to build rapport, but I'm going to quickly go through it. Okay, rapport building is about asking open-ended questions, and what you're going to do with those open-ended questions is that the seller's going to give you responses like A, B, C, D things, and then you're going to take A out of that story, and if you have something similar with the seller, and then you're going to reach out there and connect with the seller and say, hey, Mr. Seller, somehow I'm just like you, okay? So refer back to the previous modules that are going to be coming that's going to explain how to build rapport, okay? So just know that for a nutshell, there's open-ended questions and there's closed-ended questions. And to build rapport, you need to ask open-ended questions. And in my seller form, I've included many open-ended questions where you're able to build rapport. For example, Mr. Seller, tell me what do you really like about your property? Or Mr. Seller, tell me why do you want to sell your property? See, these are open-ended questions, okay? All right. So the whole goal of this questionnaire form is two things. One is to build rapport. And two, gather information to solve the seller problem. Alright? This is your two goals in here. That's it. You're not going to negotiate with the seller. You're not going to talk to them and be negative about them. You're not going to tell them anything they don't want to hear at this time. In reality, you're going to tell them things that they do want to hear, like, hey, I want to buy your house. I am very, very confident that we're going to be able to create a win-win situation to buy your house. Things of that nature. So you don't want to be here arguing or being on the other side, per se, of the seller at any time in the negotiation or in the first introduction with the seller, okay? So now let's go ahead and talk about some of the questions that are in here. Now guys, it's very, 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 very important that you fill this questionnaire at 100%. Every question in here is there for a specific reason because it's going to determine how we're going to slice and dice the deal or structure the deal. Every single question, okay guys? If it wasn't important, I wouldn't put it on there, okay? So a lot of times I see some of the information is not filled and then I'm not going to be able to analyze it or show you how to analyze it 100% because the information is missing. So it's kind of like doing a jigsaw puzzle without having the actual box know what the image is. Okay, so it's very, very important, guys, that you fill it out 100%. Okay, there's a couple of questions in there that are not crucial, but all the other ones are 100% crucial. I would say all of it is crucial. Okay, so fill it out. Now, the first thing is when a seller calls, you want to go ahead and put the date on there, and you want to definitely ask them how they heard about you, okay? Because advertisement is not free. It costs a tremendous amount of money to get the phone to ring, okay? Or if you're not putting money in right now, it's going to cost sweat equity, all right? So you want to know the date and how they heard about you. And the date is very important too, because, you want to be able to benchmark and follow up with these people and see when they hatched. And if you put the day today and they hatched 12 months later, then you start realizing that follow-up does work, because look, Bob called you today and 12 months later, that's when he was totally motivated and he baked and you were able to harvest, okay? Some of the basic questions that you need from the seller is, of course, their name, their email address. When I say for their email address, I say, hey, Mr. Seller, what is a good email address so I can send you a written offer? Because I always like to give my offers in writing, and that way I'm able to have their email so I can give them the offer in writing. Okay, I definitely want their cell phone number. Okay, very important. Not really their home, but mostly their cell phone number. Okay, and I'll explain to you why we want their cell phone number. We could get a hold of them. We could send them text. Text is very, very important, guys. People respond to text even faster than they do with phones. Excuse me. You definitely want the address, okay? But why do you need the address? Because you need to do a CMA. You need to know what the house is worth. You also want to do that for your follow-ups when you start sending out to them letters, okay? Things of that nature. All right. Then the question number one, and this questionnaire form is basically the way I would ask the seller the information, okay? This in the exact same order, okay? So I would ask him, hey, Mr. Seller, what is your name? I'm Mike with Mr. Investor. What is your name? He tells me his name. I say, hey, what is a good email address I can send you my cash offer to? Okay, I already have his cell phone. I say, hey, is this your cell phone? I'll reconfirm it with them. What is the address so I could run the comps while I'm talking to you? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, then I go and say, hey, Mr. Seller, tell me a little bit about your property. Okay, now he's gonna tell me, hey, it's a 2-bedroom, blah blah blah. Why he's telling me that stuff? It's 1,200 square foot. I'm writing that information down. If he doesn't tell me something that I need to know in that information, that's when I ask him after he finishes talking. I don't interrupt him, guys. This whole aspect is, remember, rapport building. And majority of rapport building comes from listening, guys. Listening, not talking. Listening, okay? Now, on the question number one, tell me a little bit about your property. It's very, very, very important that we know what year it was built. It's very, very important that we know what year they purchased it, okay? Because that's going to let us know how much equity they have if we do reverse engineering with the math, okay? I can show you how to do that down the line. And it's very important for us to know if this house is vacant, or if the seller's living in there, or if it's being rented out, okay? So don't skip anything, all right? Then the next thing you want to do is very important that in the same question is ask the seller, how much do you want for the property? We need to know this up front, okay? It doesn't matter what they want for it, but we need to get that number off their chest. So once they disclose that information out, you're going to write that information in there. Majority of times you ask them the next question,